Jerry, let me ask you this, because I remember one time I got to sit down with Jimmy Hart and watch a Monday Night Raw and was just talking about the business a little bit. And one thing that he said to me was it was so important to make sure that people remember you. Do something that's going to stand out. Be different, even if it's, something totally crazy. And, was that the philosophy that you guys had, being the Nasty Boys and doing some of the stuff that you did to, really stand out from everybody else that seemed to be going in a different direction?
Well, it started with the way we were taught in Minneapolis and the style of wrestling there. And, it went from that to what we were really like, and then progressing after we took on that name, we were doing a wrestling style of mechanical regular wrestling and stuff, and multiple people helped us along that track, and one of the main ones that came in was off the WWE run, also Jimmy Snuka, Bob Orton, but Adrian Adonis came. And one time we came out of the ring at a TV, I think it was in Minot, he went, "What the hell are you two doing?" We were like, "What? What do you mean? When you're calling yourself the Nasty Boys, you're out there doing arm drags and hip tosses." He goes, "Take a pin out of your pocket and stab somebody in the eye, spit in their face. Take their face and rub it in their armpit." And we went, "Oh my God, that's a perfect one right there." And then moving on to Roddy Piper, telling us and giving us lessons, and because that was, believe it or not, he was a sort of a nasty boy before there was a nasty boy with his style and what he did, especially as a heel. He told us about how to take our time and manipulate the people on the way to the ring. He said that's the only time that all eyes are on you is on your way to the ring. That, and stuff like that to develop our persona and meld it into what we were. You know what I mean? So we learned from other guys and took stuff on, and then
the Rockers, Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels were very good friends of ours, and they were like maybe a year in the business before us, so we were about the same time, but they wanted to innovate, and they started turning and doing innovations with their, instead of being like the Rock and Roll Express, they were the Midnight Rockers, so they were doing different stuff. So they were telling us to do different stuff. So they helped us out in the way we wrestled as a tag team to get our combinations down and all that stuff. So Marty and Shawn were definitely the first ones that really, as a tag team, took us together and was telling us what to do. You know what I mean? Besides Kurt Hennig and, like you said, Roddy Piper, and you got Jimmy Snuka. I mean, the knowledge there is just unbelievable. That's who we learned from. You know what I mean? Ray the Crippler Stevens, Wahoo McDaniels, they were all greats of the greats of this business, and we got taught by all of them. But the Rockers were definitely the first ones to start, and got us in the mode of how to, be a good unit tag team, plus our style of wrestling. You know what I mean? And then, when we went over to Japan in 1988, we went at a tag team tournament, and we were with the British Bulldogs and all the great tag teams there were at the time in old Japan for Giant Baba. So that was quite the experience. We were only 3 years in the business, and we were over there wrestling these great guys and these tag teams, and that all helped us on our journey to when we finally did have the chance. We hit WCW. We were only there for 5 months, and Vince called us after that match with the Steiners. So, then the rest is history. But that was our goal all the time, was to get the, WWF at the time, or get to WrestleMania. That was our goal. So, that was our goal in life when we got into the thing, was to try to make it WWF and try to get on a WrestleMania. And we got on WrestleMania 7. Now they're up to 40. So that just shows you our age. But that was the defining moment when we beat the Hart Foundation for the WWF World Tag Team titles, and still is a moment in mine and Sag's career that we'll never forget.